All right. All right. I think we got this. I didn't check. Shit, I didn't check what we were at. That's silly. Huh. Shoot. I didn't. Hey, YouTube, I know you're probably watching this after I did this. But I didn't check how much we had before I came on here, which would have been a very good idea. I got two cameras set up again, so I'm not going to be looking here the whole time, but I would be looking here as much as I can. They're kind of wider apart than I think I would like, but because I got this camera literally hooked up to a suitcase with a fucking extendable arm. So TikTok can see it. I mean, that's some nice MacGyver work. That's some nice MacGyver work. Honestly, proud of myself. I can make almost anything work. But because of that, I'm not really able to put the phones super close together. So there's like an ugly shadow. Oh, that's the camera. Okay. Well, hey, you know what? We're gonna make the best use of it. I'm home. I don't do these at home. For those who've been following me for a long time, I've had like a no, don't do this shit at home policy for a really long time. But we're almost gonna hit $1 million for gender affirming care. So hey, hang in there with me. If you're just joining on TikTok, you're probably gonna be our best shot to hit $1 million for gender affirming care. If you're joining us on YouTube, you guys have gotten us almost the whole way here. So a huge thank you to every single person who's watching and helping us make it happen. I think we're within $15,000 now of hitting $1 million. So of course, I want to jump on here and see if I can get us the rest of the way and celebrate. For those who are just joining on right now, if someone can go to the link in my bio or text Stardust at 44321 and tell me how much money we currently are at, the exact amount would be great. That would give me a kind of a goal to go at. I unfortunately don't have that capability yet right now. Right now, I'm using both of the phones I got to do the live stream, so I'm kind of trusting all of you to be my eyes. So hey everyone, if you're just tuning in right now, this is the live stream where I think we're probably going to hit $1 million on this live stream for gender affirming care by trans people for trans people. For those who are just tuning in, we're at $985,504. $985,504. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Bunny, for both doing that. Thank you, Jamela, for doing that. Thank you so much, everyone. So we're going to hit $1 million for gender affirming care. So hey, look at us. We did it again this year. We're less than $15,000 away. Look at us. We're sticking together, making things happen. We did this shit by ourselves this year. Holy shit. Look at us. The community really showed up this year. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done this year. So many of you have been sharing and telling folks about doing this. This is more grassrootsy than we've ever been before. We got the least amount of press, the least amount of attention that we've ever gotten. And we were able to hit 1 million, even with the little amount of attention we got on the live stream this year. Absolutely wild. Not a whole lot of outside attention. And honestly, I'm fine with that. That is good. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this happen. But if you're just tuning in right now and you want to still donate and you have not yet, now is your time, because you could be the person who pushes us over that 1 million mark. We are currently at $985,504. So we are less than $15,000 away from hitting $1 million. So double tap that screen, comment down below, and share the live. If you want to donate even $5, $1, $10, whatever the amount, you can text Stardust to 44321. That is Stardust to 44321. My name, Mercury Stardust, comes from David Bowie and Freddie Mercury. And that's part of it. I grew up as a performer and I grew up in the rural north. so I really wasn't allowed to consume anything queer, ironically. And my dad only let me listen to classic rock and David Bowie and um, Queen was like basically the options. That or listening to country, and I could only listen to so much George Strait. Thank you so much. Someone just said they donated the last thing. Thank you so much. Do I just donate in the chat? You can actually donate in the chat on YouTube. On YouTube, that does work. So double tap that screen, comment down below, and share the live. On YouTube, 100% of all the super chats do go directly to the fundraiser. On TikTok, the gifts do not. The gifts are 40% of that money does go to TikTok. So just keep that in mind. It does help us reach more people, though. So send me those roses. Do those things if you got them. Why not? It helps us reach more people. So there's nothing wrong with that. Just be aware that money is going to be different. I appreciate you all. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you all for the sweetness. Yeah, someone just said Bark says bite. Bark says bite. Bark says bite. Right now, everyone, you can text Stardust to 44321. That is Stardust to 44321 to help us hit $1 million for gender affirming care. So please help us do that. We're going to focus on that today. So I'm not going to be answering all your questions everywhere else. I'm going to be really focusing on trying to raise as much money as we can tonight to hit that $1 million. We're really not that far away at all. So hang tight tonight. Mercury, thank you for everything you are doing for the queer community in general and for the trans community in particular. You inspire me to continue to try and be better. Well, thank you. Thank you. I try to be better every single day. So back at you. Sending you all love, everybody. Bye bye love just says hi and waves at us. Hi, bye bye. Thank you for being here. If you're just tuning in right now, you can help us raise money right now by just watching the live stream. The longer you watch the live stream, the more likely we are to reach our goal. We are very close. We are within $15,000 of hitting that number, to hitting that number of $1 million. Well, my brain just fucking computed for a second there. So double tap that screen, comment down below, and share the live. Thank you for everyone who's supporting us this year. I just donated again. I'm not trans, but my brother and kiddo are. Aw. My love to the community. Well, thank you, Susan. We're at $985,754. $57. Way to go. Thank you, Bunny, for keeping me update. Hi, Rev. Lulu, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Oh, okay. Someone just said, I just got my gender dysphoria diagnosis today, along with references to resources. In a red state, no less. Wish me luck. Sending you all the love in the world. I hope that I hope that the route you go is good for you and that you hang in there. Probably donated to help any way I can. I have several friends who are trans, and I love them so very much. I send you all the love in the world. Thank you for helping the way you can. Thank you to everyone who's donating. You can double tap the screen, comment down below, and share the live. The longer you watch the live, especially on TikTok, the more likely we are to reach $1 million tonight. We are within $15,000. So right now we're about at $985,757. So right now, you can just text Stardust to 44321 if you haven't already, and donate what you got with what you have. So that's texting Stardust to 44321. Donate what you have with what you got, and it does go a long ways. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Last time I did a handy thing, which was putting my bed frame together. I thought Mercury would be so proud of me. I am proud of you. Look at you. Look at you doing a bed frame. Way to go. Fred the Jewel says, If they are in Wyoming, know that you have friends here. Oh, wow. I think that's the person who was talking about being in a red state and just getting diagnosed today with gender dysphoria. Someone wants you to know that they're with you if you're in Wyoming. If you're not, just remember that there are trans people literally everywhere. And there's a trans community waiting for you to come find them. A big thank you to every single person who's already donated right now. If you're just tuning in right now, if you give me 5 minutes of your time, you can help me reach 5 more people. We are trying to raise $1 million for gender affirming care. That's for trans people by trans people. I'm currently on TikTok and I'm currently on YouTube. Thank you so much for the support. One state over in Nebraska. They're in Nebraska. If you're a trans person in Nebraska, roll call. Let us know. We got someone else who just is going on their journey right now. So always love to see there's other people supporting you. As a carpenter of 20 years, I still learn new things thanks to you. Thank you for everything you do. Well, thank you so much. I send you all the love in the world. Thank you, Derek. Thank you to everyone who's joining us right now. I don't know how long we'll be on live tonight. I have no idea. It might be a couple hours, might be 20 minutes. Sometimes these lives just catch on fire and then all of a sudden we're all the way there, I should have did a video before I came on here to try to encourage people that might have done it too. But right now we're doing good. I think we're going to hit 986 probably pretty soon if we haven't already. And that's just wonderful. We're just like slowly crawling up there. Oh my God, we already did. We're at that's fucking wild. We're at $986,403. So we gained about $1,000 in the first 10 minutes of being on live. So on that pace, we're talking about maybe 2-3 hours of being on live and we'll hit this. And I know you are mainly for education, but damn, you are entertaining. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, there's a first part of your thing. I'm so sorry. Hi, Mercury. Thanks for what you do as a trans comedian. As a trans comedian in Washington, seeing more trans folks wanting to entertain makes me so happy. And I know you are mainly for education, but you are entertaining. Well, thank you so fucking much. Hey, that means a lot to me. I used to be a comedian, not a good one. I was very bad. Way back before I transitioned. How many years ago was that? 17? 16 years ago? I was in early college. And I did open some shows for some fairly well-known comedian. One very well-known comedian who was not well-known at the time. And I wasn't good. I was definitely what you would call an edgelord. I really leaned into that right-wing, weird-ass, doesn't make any sense comedy back in the day. How many years do you have in the trade? I have I think I'm about 16, 17 years in right now. So that's where I'm at, Derek. I hope that answers your question. And also, just be mindful that, I'm a maintenance technician, so I do a little bit of everything, right? I would say, if I was going to say there's one trade that I'm actually in because I was an apprentice, I would say painter would be probably the one I would say up there. And I had about 3 or 4 years in that. I also did a lot of drywalling, a lot of mudding when I was in construction. So I hope that answers your question. What does your hat say? My hat say a little bookstore. The Little Book is a bookstore in Des Moines, Iowa. I did some stuff with them last week. I was down there to do a speaking gig. They're really wonderful people. Des Moines, Iowa, their bookstore in Des Moines, Iowa is only a year old. So it was a real wonderful time to be able to be there and help them sell some books. I made sure to get your handyman repair book in high school, at my high school library when I started this year. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you, Kelly, for telling me that. How did I miss that? So sorry I missed you. Oh, in Des Moines? Yeah, we had a pretty sold out show. I don't know if anyone else would have been able to make it. Did we have 200 people, 250 people? It was at the Temple Theater, if that's close to you. It was a real nice time. We did like a fireside chat. For those who are just joining us right now, we are raising money for gender affirming care for trans people by trans people. You can help us right now reach more people by just watching the live. You can also text Stardust to 44321 and donate whatever you got with what you have. The longer you watch, the more people we reach. The more people reach, the more money we can get. And right now we're at about $986,403, I think was the last time I saw. Hi, it's so nice to see you live. Thank you for your videos. I was able to fix a leak in the kitchen. Hey, thank you so much, TA. I send you all my love. Theo, thank you, Theo. Been in comedy for 3 years. The crowd considers me the only gay trans queer comic in the area. Using my voice as a platform for issues has been so rewarding. Everyone should try an open mic once. It is terrifying. I think that if you do an open mic, you will 100% have more respect for anyone who entertains or whatever. I've done so much public speaking, and I hosted a weekly burlesque show for 5 or 6 years. And I did that every Friday night. And I was on the microphone for like, an hour or so every fucking Friday night. So it was do or die, and you get real good, real fast. And if you don't, the show won't survive. So if you're hosting a show, you better be fucking great on the mic. So I had my own bits I would do every week, but I got really good at like just being genuine and connecting with people, and that will usually get you by when you're not as talented as some other folks are. You getting involved with any local pride stuff in June? Not really right now. A lot of prides are waiting until the last minute, I think, hiring folks for, the grand marshal and having us come out, So like I think I probably will be at a pride or two this year. I traditionally have been, but I do think that folks are just a little bit more nervous this year, and they're playing things a little closer to the chest than they usually do. Usually I'm booked out like 6 months. So I'm going to say yes, I probably will be, but I don't know where I would be. I was in Mobile, Alabama a couple years ago. I was in Ottawa, Illinois a couple years ago. Of course, Milwaukee Pride, of course, Madison, Fruit Fest. Our Pride is in fucking August. Yeah, because they don't want to compete with Milwaukee. Anyways, you guys can help us raise more money right now by texting Stardust to 44321. Thank you, Mercury, for everything you do. Thank you, Rio, for I think that's $6. Thank you so much, Jen, for $10. Good luck. Your commitments are heartwarming. Thank you, Jen. Jen Unhinged gave us $10, and we also got Rio, who sent I think that's £6. I'm not quite sure what that symbol is, and I am not as educated as I wish I was. So thank you so much. For those who are watching on YouTube, you can send super chats, and we will add that to the total. So just be aware that money does go directly to Point of Pride. So big deal. When we were able to get people to do that. Thank you so much, everyone who's tuning in right now. Double tap that screen, comment down below, and share the live. We're at 33,000 likes. Let's try to get up to 50,000 in the next 2-3 minutes. Let's see if we can get more people in the room and reach more people. Yep, Kimmy's right. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everyone who is joining us and hanging out with us right now. We're at about $986,000. We're over that. We're at $986,500 probably. Probably something above that. We're probably closer to 987 now. So that's great. Someone can give me an update. Remember, I can't see it. Miranda's back. Hi, Miranda. Let's go. Back again for more. Good to see you, darling. Hey, how is living in the States right now? I think it's stressful. I think that's the nicest way to say it. But it's worse other places, right? But I do think people in America are really getting I think a lot of us were aware, right, of how this could go. But I do think there's a lot of people in America for the first time really realizing how easy it would be for us to fall into a dictatorship and fall into that type of political system. So like I don't know. We're at 987,000 just about. We're like $3 away from that. So yeah, look at us. $987,000. Love to see it. Miranda says, my whole family have been rooting you on in the car, and my kids and my partner just heard you say my name. Yeah, Miranda was here last night. We had a great night. We had a great time last night, too. Elizabeth says, hi there, Lizzie, watching from Northern Ireland. Love your content. Has helped me feel more confident in myself. I'm demisexual, have walked in the Belfast Pride student, so can't afford to donate. Hey, Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here and donating your time. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you to everyone who's here, and to the trolls who I can't see your comments anyway. Thank you for wasting your time. It means a lot to me. You wasting your time here is hilariously preventing you from wasting your time with someone else. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for devoting your time to me. Haven't seen you in ages. I know I haven't really been on a whole lot. Probably, just exhausted by the world, but also like just busy with various things, and just not necessarily been able to find the energy to make content. I'm on Threads, and I make a lot of content on Threads. I talk a lot on there. You'll find out that I love wrestling if you're on Threads. You will find out that I'm a pro wrestling nut. And it's been my most embarrassing but yet hilarious reveal in the last several years, that people are now just finding out that I'm a huge AEW and WWE and New Japan fan. When we get to 990,000, JK says, we have to have the cats on camera. So, oh my God, thank you, Elizabeth, for donating $1. Thank you so much for donating what you got with what you have. We're now officially at $987,000. Way to go. Ren says, love you, trans, and survived long enough to graduate this year. Hey, Ren, thank you so much. I hope you survive a lot longer. Sending you all the love in the world. Finn says, hi, handyman. Well, right back at you, Finn. If you're just tuning in right now, we're raising money for gender-affirming care for trans people, by trans people. We are very close to $1 million. We're less than $13,000 away from hitting that goal right now. You can help us by donating right now by texting Stardust to 44321. Or by going to the link in the bio. And if you don't have the money, if you don't have any of that, that's okay. You can just hang out with us, and the longer you watch, the more we can reach people, and that's also amazing. If you would like to have more information about how the money is spent, how the money is going to affect change, and how the money is going to save lives, you can go and go to pointofpride.org for more information. I appreciate you all so very much for being here. It means the world to me. Thank you, everybody. What did you think of Joe Hendry? Oh my God, Tyler! Tyler, you're opening up a can of worms, baby! For those who don't know, I'm a huge wrestling fan. And when Joe Hendry popped up, I fucking shit my pants, man. I think that was one of the coolest shit I've seen at WrestleMania in years. Of course, WrestleMania 40 was a special kind of crazy. But seeing Joe Hendry just show up when he's a fucking TNA champion is just a lot. I just love how so many of the promotions now are mixed and mingling. It's just a really cool thing. You never would have seen that like just 5 years ago. So seeing them, have so many mixed and mingled, promotions, and seeing folks do things they weren't allowed to do before, that's so cool. Hey, Tyler, if I did wrestling content on a different channel at some point, would you watch it? I'm trying to get at least 10 people to watch my shitty wrestling content. Matthew, oh my God, I love your videos. Well, thank you so much. Please, I want to see the cats. Okay, we got to hit 900 and 90,000 so we can show Elizabeth my cats. Where are my cats right now? Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to show you Nitro really, because Nitro's way the fuck on top of that bookshelf, and I built him a little wooden bed with some blankets in it, and he has it by his cat bridge I made for him. And right now he's looking at me and he's passing judgment on me very hard. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just tuning in right now, we just got a $200 donation from Marina and Gear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me know, too. A cat bridge. I can show you the cat bridge at some point, but it's so hard when you got two phones and one is very precariously hung. Yeah, I know if you're just tuning in right now, we're raising money for gender affirming care. That's for trans people, by trans people. This is for a nonprofit organization called Point of Pride. They help people access gender affirming care who would not be able to otherwise. This is going to help people get gender affirming care such as hormone replacement therapy, electrolysis, binders, gaffs. It's going to help people get wigs if they need wigs, especially real hair that can be very expensive. And also, they can get surgeries through these funds. There's like about 5 or 6 funds at this point. All the information you would like is on Point of Pride's website, and you can go to pointofpride.org to learn more. You can also donate right now by texting Stardust. You can text Stardust to 44321. That's Stardust to 44321. I would 1000% watch your wrestling content. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. It is insane to see heel Cena and face Orton. Tyler, 100%. I'll watch wrestling content on your YouTube. I love that my YouTube folks are like, yeah, we're fucking on. No one on TikTok has said this. What are your thoughts on a cat tunnel system in your house? I really want to do that, but I we got a lot to do in the house. We got so much to do here. Lots and lots to do. The house was in pretty ill repair when we moved in. And it's taken a hot minute for us to get more settled in, and we still got to do a lot more. So, priorities. What I've done though is I try to catify what we can short term, and then we'll be able to get in there. Is it the same username? Oh, you're talking about the wrestling? No, I don't have a wrestling channel yet. But if I did that, it would probably be called Mercury on Media, is what I've been toying with. Because I also want to talk about various other things about media, and I love talking about media, but it just has no place on my YouTube channel. It has no place on my YouTube channel. So I want to make sure that I don't, alienate my amazing audience by posting the most fucking wild hour video about wrestling on my YouTube channel about DIY shit. Yeah. No, the Cena and Orton turn, man. That's wild. Isn't it wild? We live in 2025 where Orton's a good guy and fucking Cena's a bad guy. It's wild. I really love the Cena turn. I think Cena as a bad guy is so good. He's so good at it. And I know a lot of people have like negative thoughts on it, but honestly, it's just fun. It's just fun to see John Cena like shit on the audience. It's hilarious. It's like also cathartic for him, Hey, thank you everyone for just tuning in right now. We're raising money for gender affirming care for trans people, by trans people. I'm sorry I'm talking about wrestling right now. I know we always lose people when I actually talk about wrestling, which is hilarious to me. I haven't watched wrestling in a year, but I loved watching you get excited while sharing the other night. Thank you so much, Susan. Yes, I would love to see the wrestling. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. It hurts because he's such a good heel. He really is. John Cena keeps proving he's such a good egg. Hey, thank you everyone for tuning in right now. I don't know what we are at right now. We're probably somewhere in the 987,500 range. But we're moving up. We're getting closer and closer. Very excited. I might actually jump off on TikTok at some point here and make a video and post it real quick. And oh yeah, well we are. We're at $987,547,000 right now. We're under $13,000. So we're definitely gonna hit that 1 million tonight. Holy shit, that's so nice. During the month, I really started to think, am I going to hit this or not? But I told Point of Pride we were going to hit this. So always excited to see when we're able to actually come through. Definitely. Thank you, Bunny. Definitely very difficult this year. I think that everyone on my side and the Point of Pride team really underestimated how hard it was going to be financially this year for everybody. I think every single person is just having a rough time. I'm hearing a lot more of that this year than I have in years past. I always hear it. Every year we always hear people talk about financial restrictions. That's not necessarily new, but this year the magnitude seems to be a lot bigger than I've ever seen it before. So at least that's what my brain tells me, but I could be recency bias too. That being said, also not having Jory this year, maybe in next year or the year after that might change, but Jory is living her best fucking life, and last year was her last year officially. So doing it without another large content creator, like half the amount, essentially. I fucking knew that was going to be what was going to probably happen. She's a huge chunk of this fundraiser. No matter if she comes back or not in a couple of years, we have to remember that she was a very huge, intricate part of this fundraiser, and she is still one of my best friends in the world. We talked last week. She's extremely important to me, and I love her a lot. So I'm just really happy for her living in Thailand and just having the best time right now. I saw a video essay that was literally how wrestling and drag were just two sides of the same coin. Yes, it is. I've been saying that for a long time, that wrestling is just straight drag. It's just performing masculinity, is what it is usually. And of course there's women's wrestling too, but I also would argue that there is a lot of masculinity within that too. Though especially the way that they play it up. It's pretty fun. Rhea Ripley though, god damn, Rhea Ripley's good. Oh my god, she's good in so many different ways. So much fun to watch. Has the best charisma in the world, and just seems like the most genuine fucking person in the world. Her smile could light up a goddamn fucking cave. And missing Jory right now. Someone said, yes, I miss Jory too. It's always harder to do the live without somebody, but doing it without her is very difficult. This year, it was good. This year was fun. Don't get me wrong. Hey, we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit that $1 million. That's pretty fucking cool. But I think that the thing that really killed me is just not having that other person here to randomly bring up stuff and have me bounce off things, and she would get me off topic so much. But also her just saying randomly pinworms and shit. But I this year we had to be a lot more careful about. Can someone just get rid of Kevin? Thank you. This year we had to be really careful with how we talked about politics because of the things we're actively going through. Can be very difficult. I woke up to the most fucking insane Facebook message I've ever gotten, by the way. I've gotten some weird ones in recent months because on Facebook I'm blowing up on Facebook, which is the weirdest thing to say in 2025. But on Facebook, someone wrote me, I hope you realize that you're putting yourself at risk because now you're going to be on a list of people that Trump's going to be after. It was like I think they were trying to be supportive, but it was like the weirdest, eeriest shit I've read. And they're like, you're going to be put in a concentration camp, and I hope you realize what you're doing to you and your family, and I just hope you understand what risk you're taking. And I'm like, yeah, I'm very aware. If you didn't think I didn't, if you thought for a moment that I did not sit there with Aiden and talk to Aiden for like an hour and a half about this, you are fucking wrong. Aiden and I literally talked about this, and I said I do not know how I feel about doing it right now because I do feel like we are getting weirdly, dangerously close to a very wild time for trans people, and I do not want to be made an example of, you know. And Ada and I talked a lot about like of how he's feeling and how I'm feeling, and yes, there is a reality for it, but we both agreed that if you know if I don't know, I don't want to wish it into existence. But I will say this openly: if I ever went to jail for helping other people access gender affirming care, I would be fine with it. I would be fine with it. It's terrifying. I don't want to fucking think about that really, but yeah, I have thought about it. What would happen? You know. And Aiden and I both kind of agreed with that. As scary as that fucking is, you know. But yeah, no, I woke up to that fucking message this morning and I was like, woof! Oh, thank you, Frank. And also, it was a cis guy. It was a cisgender man telling me this. And I'm like, I know every trans person I know has totally thought about that. So I don't know how everyone else feels, you know, thinking about that kind of shit, but I'm sure a lot of you have thought about that, you know. Scary shit we're living through right now. Thank you to everyone for being here right now. I appreciate you. It means the world to me. Yeah, thank you, everybody. If you're just joining us right now, you can actually text Stardust to 44321 and help us hit that goal tonight. Right now, we're at about 987,500. I'm sure we're a little bit more than that right now, but we are doing good. That's wild because this is barely a red hat. Hold on, I'm looking right now. This hat is like way more like it's like maroon. I think just like every hat. Wait, is that why someone was asking me what my hat says? I see this and I do not see a mega hat, but you know it's also corduroy. I've never seen a corduroy mega hat. But that's my yeah, Tyler's like it's corduroy. I'm like, yeah, I know, babe. It'd be hilarious if a Trump voter had a fucking corduroy red hat. I appreciate you, everyone. $987,646. Look at us go. Now they're making hats in multiple colors. Look at them branching out. DIY. Look at them being DEI. Look at them branching out, including multiple colors for their hats now. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for being here. For those who are just joining us right now, we're raising money for gender affirming care for trans people, by trans people. You can help us get to 1 million. We're very close right now. We're at $987,646. We're going to hit 1 million tonight. Why not hang out with us and see it happen? You can text Stardust to 44321. That's Stardust to 44321. The longer you watch, the more likely we are to hit our goal sooner. So hang in there with us. Have a good time with us. Someone said corduroy is too cool for MAGA. I agree. Love you, everybody. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. My phone just buzzed. Don't mind me. Oh my God, Amy says I caught you on live. I hope you're having the best day. Well, thank you, Amy. I hope you do too. We're just raising money right now for gender affirming care. If you would like to, I hope that I can encourage you to donate at least $1 to help other trans people access gender affirming care. That looks like hormone replacement therapy. That looks like binders and gaffs. That's clothing, by the way, for those who might not know. But that's like restrictive clothing that helps hide someone's bust and helps hide someone's bulge, you know, if they have one. And it can be very, very, very gender affirming. There's also electrolysis, and we are also helping people with surgery. So we're helping people with a lot of different things. You can donate right now by texting Stardust to 44321 or by going to the link in my bio. Even $1 helps. Licks, that's adorable. Licks just said, I just saw you on my sub page, and I don't remember who you are, but I donated anyways. That's my favorite fucking comment I have ever gotten. My name is Mercury Stardust. I'm the trans handy ma'am. I teach DIY stuff. Sorry, my letters got messed up. I teach DIY stuff with this compassionate care and love, and it means the world to me that you donated anyways. That says a lot. So sending you all the love in the world. It's a scary situation with you guys in America. I know in Northern Ireland it can be difficult with the waiting lists. But everyone should be able to get the support they need. I agree. We're also, right now, I think a lot of folks are on like a 15, 16 month waiting list too, depending on where they are. Oh, wow. Thank you. Just a Girl donated $25. Everyone say thank you, Just a Girl. They donated $25 on Super Chat. That money, 100% of that money goes directly to Point of Pride. We love to see it. They say, I was a 46-year-old when I became a union electrician apprentice. And I just wanted to say thank you for always helping us learn to be more independent. We're worth the time it takes to learn a new skill. Hey, thank you. That means the world. Thank you so much for saying that. Also, way to go. Fuck, man. Starting that shit at fucking 46. Shit. Way to go. What a badass. That's a fucking badass shit. Have you been? How have you been? You've not been on my For You page. I've missed you. Well, sending you all the love. I really haven't made a whole lot. I haven't really made almost any content in the last like month, 2 months. It's really been all about the fundraiser, really. And then I took a massive break. You know, I don't really announce. Sorry, I don't really announce when I take breaks anymore, because I never know when I'm going to come back. And there is serious debate right now in the household and at work if I'm going to keep doing this past 2026. For those who don't know, if you're not familiar, I made a post on Instagram last week talking about how I'm feeling right now and how burnt out I am and how much I really don't actually enjoy being in the public eye. I didn't like being in a public eye before. I certainly don't like it now. But one of the things I keep on thinking about is that like all the things I've missed and the fact that I'm so afraid of being out in the public, not just because of trolls, but because like generally I don't even like being recognized by anybody. I just like being left alone, but I do love seeing my fans. Let me be very clear, I don't want to discourage my fans from doing that because I think that it says a lot, but it is a lot in my brain. You know what I mean? I always feel like I got to be on, and that's so difficult. And to be honest, I've just hit a brick wall, I think, emotionally when it comes to this job. So I have my contracts are ending in 2026 and in December of 2026. So I have thought a lot about what will happen after that. Do I do another book? Do I keep this going? We're doing quite well, right? So it would make sense to keep going, right? But a part of me is like, is it worth it? Because, I think a lot of people think that this is one of those, when you're in the public eye, that it must, like, they have like a fantasy about that, what that must be like. But for the vast majority of people who are in the public eye, they don't have the resources to make their lives a little bit safer. For the vast majority of people who are in the public eye, they don't really have everything that would keep them, afloat. You know what I mean? A lot of the folks that I know who do content creation barely make a living. So, but I vote you take a break. I can't imagine the mess of it. Thank you. I think you're sending all the love in the world. Someone else just said, "Oh my God, you have a book?" Yeah, yeah. I got it. I got a book right now, and I got another book that's coming out in a year. And then maybe I'll have a third book. Who knows? The book is called Safe and Sound, A Renter's Friendly Guide to Home Repair. So you can get that right now on my website or buy wherever you get books. It hit #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, so it's available everywhere. Does YouTube take fee for donations for the fundraiser? If you donate through the super chat, it does not. It's 100% goes right to the nonprofit organization. That's why we go through a nonprofit. But also, you can always text Stardust to 44321 and you will get sent a link that you then will go to a landing pad so you can donate right to the Give Lively. Or you can go to the link in my bio. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. But if you send us a super chat right here, right now, that money does 100% go to the fundraiser. No amount is taken out by YouTube. Someone said, Oxome, is that Ask Me? So good. The amount of content creators who are introverts is real. I don't blame you, especially in this climate. But I would miss you. I would miss seeing you around. Your videos always make me smile. But take care of you. Well, sending you all the love in the world. Hi, I really enjoy your content, and I'm kind of scared with everything that's going on in the world right now. It would be awesome to hear you say it would be okay. Your voice is so soothing. I will say this: I cannot say it will be okay. I cannot say that. I think that one of the most disservices that folks can do is downplay what we are experiencing right now. So I will say that I do think we can get through this, and I do think that we're stronger together as a community. But I cannot, in good faith, say we're going to be okay. I genuinely do not know that. And I'm not a fear monger. For those who know me, if you've been on my channel for a long time, you know that I don't. I'm not the first one that rings the bell. I'm usually towards the middle. Okay. I will say this right now: my alarm bells are ringing off the fucking hook, and I am genuinely very scared. But at the same time, I do not know how else to exist than the way I'm existing right now. So that's all I can say, you know. But I really do send you all the love in the world, and I want you to know that we're gonna get through some as much as we can together, and we're gonna hang in there as much as we can, you know. And I know I'm gonna keep going. I know a lot of other folks are gonna keep going and fighting. You know, I am talking about retirement, you know, but we'll see, you know, like I just don't know where it's going to play out, you know, 16 months from now, 18 months from now. I don't really know where I'm at yet, you know. We're at $988,000, everybody. Look at us! $988,000 for gender affirming care. So what? Great not frat? Great not frat? Great not frat. What does that mean, Sharon? Great not hat? Is that what you mean? Is that a hat? I'm very curious what great not frat means. We oh yeah, woo, 988. Yes. I appreciate everybody. Your honesty is refreshing. Well, thank you. Is that in response to me talking about I will not say we're going to be okay? I do think that one of my biggest pet peeves is when people say things they cannot follow through on. I will say I'm guilty of it too, but I really do think it's important that we never say I almost did it, that we don't say absolutes. You know, absolutes can be a real damaging thing. Always, never, never, ever. You know, we're going to be okay. Those kind of things can be hard, especially when they start happening. My previous message says frat, not great. I said you give great advice. Oh, yes. Okay. That makes you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe I don't understand. But you know what, Sharon? I love you. Thank you so much for being here. It's scary, but you're not alone. There's an amazing community here, and we have each other's backs. And I will do whatever I can to support. Well, thank you, Rosa. I appreciate you. For those who are just tuning in right now, we are raising money for gender affirming care for trans people by trans people. Oh no. She's yawning early. Oh no. I'm yawning earlier than I did last night. Look at us right now. So what, we're 50 minutes in. We raised about $4,000 in that 50 minutes. So hey, look at us. Maybe we'll restart the live here in a second, and I'll push really hard on good old fashioned tiki talk. Maybe YouTube will be my wonderful backup. I just want to say thank you to everyone on YouTube. YouTube is just such a chill crowd. We consistently have the same number over there. YouTube is like the best way to view this experience, I think. It's meant the world to me to have people follow me on YouTube. It just means the world to me. So I just want to say to my YouTubers especially, thank you for just being so in the back pocket and always having us covered. It's always hard to do these live streams, but knowing we got YouTube and it's so consistently there means the world to us. So don't scare me with the hat, guys. It's corduroy, guys. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, guys? Come on. I'm gonna fucking change the hat in a goddamn second. Jesus Christ. Hold on. It's so funny because when someone was asking me what the hat said before, it never even occurred to me that that's what it would be. Hold on. Let me go find another hat. Jesus Christ. I think I have another one somewhere. Do I have one here? Oh, yeah, I do. This is a good one. All right. No more red hat. I hope that makes you all happy now. Hold on. How's this? Is this much better? Is this better now? Honestly, though, fair. I mean, I think there was like the third person who said something. At that point, I just have to do something about it. Mercury, what's your favorite color you've ever dyed your hair blue? Blue is always my favorite color. I really, really want to go back to like a blue and purple. Someone said it's so cute. The hat is really cute. That's why I like it. Oh, that's a cute idea. Would a finish line streamathon be a good idea? That's a really cute way to say that. That's a good idea. We might call it the finish line stream. But that's kind of what we're doing now. We're kind of like pushing, this a little bit. But I might call it that. That's a really good idea. A finish line. So we are almost within that $10,000 right now. So. I'm a neon green person. I get one dye, the fluorescence under black light. Beautiful. I cannot even wear my Detroit Red Wings anymore. My grandfather follows you. He thinks you renovation hacks are great. Well, thank you so much. I very rarely do my hacks. Do my tips get called hacks, and they very rarely get called renovation hacks. But I send you all the love in the world. That's cool. Very cool. Hey, tell your grandpa hi. You have a great channel. Well, thank you, Benito. I appreciate you. Okay, so what do we want to do? I think we probably want to maybe I take a little break and then I come back in a few minutes. My YouTube might just stay live. Maybe I'll switch phones. Maybe that way I can post in this one. This one has more room in it. This one has like no data left really, or no storage left. Hold on, I got a burp. Oh, sorry, everybody. Hydrate and stretch time. Yeah, well, I'm hydrating. I got a Barks root beer. I'm doing great. Barks says bite, everybody. All right, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to jump off live on both. And I'm going to be back within, it's 6:26 right now. I'll be back by 6:40, so 14 minutes from now. All right. That way, if I'm off on both, my brain can just relax for a second, and then we'll be back. And maybe I'll really give it a big push so we can get this done in like 30, 40 minutes tonight. I would love to be able to get this done fast so I can actually enjoy the evening with my spouse. As selfish as that might sound, but you know, it's really the last month, even though I was supposed to be on vacation, very hard to think when you are still like, we were $150,000 short, which is still good. I mean, $850,000 for Jennifer McGarry is wild. But I really wanted to get to that million. So the whole month I kept on thinking, how do I do that? So we've just been chipping away at it. So, and look at us. The best way to buy my book is probably through my website. You can get an autographed copy of my book that way too. It's mercurystardust.com. That's mercurystardust.com. If you don't want to do that and you want to do a cheaper route, buying from a local bookstore is my favorite route, but it's available anywhere. Anywhere. If you want to do Amazon, go ahead. I get the same amount of royalties everywhere. I encourage you to go somewhere else, but whatever works best for you is fine with me. All right, everybody. I'm going to head out. I will see you guys in 12 minutes now. So see you at 6:40 my time, 7:40 for those in the East time, and 4:40 for those who are on the West Coast. All right, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.